Our July 14, 2025 meeting is now called to order. Going to have invocation, and then we're going to have the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilman Harrington. Please stand for prayer and pledge. Let us pray. Oh, dear God, we come before you this evening as we should, in a way in which we are humble, knowing that your power is the greatest power in the world. And so, God, thinking of that power, our prayers tonight are with the individuals in Texas who experienced such sudden loss of life, sudden loss of property, and just a great damage. So we pray for everybody involved that they would be able to pull the pieces back together in an efficient way. We pray for the government officials there. We pray for the spiritual leaders. We praying for those parents who sent their kids to camp and will never see them again. So we just pray for their comfort. Lord God, keep them. And Lord God, we also ask tonight that you would look upon our city as you always do. Of course, we pray for safety. We pray for sound decision making. But we also pray for, the youth as they're getting ready to return back to school. I pray that everything goes smoothly, knowing that there are a few events going on, that they would attend those and, they would get everything that they need in terms of supplies. And we just pray, God, for a great school year. We thank you now. We ask that you would be with us and answer those prayers. It's in your Son, Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please follow me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, Councilman Harrington. Ask that you please take a moment to silence your cell phones during this meeting. The City Council encourages public participation. Comments are limited to 3 minutes per speaker. However, this time limit may be reduced if there are numerous speakers on a particular item. To ensure efficient proceedings, all persons addressing the City Council shall state their name and shall speak in a civil and courteous manner. Speakers shall address the agenda topic only to which they are speaking on and shall not be repetitive. Members of the audience, please respect the rights of others and do not create noise or other disturbances so as to disrupt or disturb persons who are addressing the City Council, council members who are speaking, or otherwise impede the orderly conduct of the meeting. And thanks for your adherence to those instructions. All right, next item on the agenda is the read and approve of the minutes from our meeting on June 23rd.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we dispense with the reading of the minutes of June 23rd, 2025, and that they be adopted and as recorded if no corrections.
Second.
Motion made and seconded to adopt the minutes as they have been recorded. Any comment about this particular motion? All right, seeing none, Mrs. Stacy, roll call vote.
Eli,
Yes. Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Harrington.
Yes.
Pettit.
Yes.
All right, that motion carries. All right, next, this is one of my favorite parts when we have it on the agenda, is a special recognition, and it's on Chief Collins, the police department, to recognize an employee, and I guess maybe 80-plus employees that he has. And it is Alexis Nelson.
Yes, sir.
Is she corporal, officer?
It's corporal.
Corporal now?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. We normally do a diplomatic approach to when we select members for Officer of the Year and Employee of the Month, and polling my command staff, my supervisors at our department, we had some individuals that were overwhelmingly at the top and names kept coming up. And out of that list, Corporal Alexis Nelson was the one that was selected. She's actively assigned to the Narcotics and Violent Crime Task Force Division. I texted her right before here asking if she was going to make it to the meeting. She's one of our employees that's a go-getter. She's always willing to help young officers learn new things. She's always curious to learn and find out how to perform tasks. She's willing to take on actual tasks that are normally not assigned to officers. She's also has implemented programs such as uniform and backpack drives at our department, helping gather supplies for those students that are going back to school. She participates in community service organizations such as Magnolia State Peace Officers Association, and she's got the potential to continue advancing through the ranks because of her willingness and dedication to what she does. She takes it with heart. She's been affected by violence and public safety issues here in Natchitoches, and having that happen, she has a firsthand knowledge of what victims and families expect from law enforcement when we're protecting and serving. So I'm proud to be able to have her selected as the employee of this month, as well as the department.
She's certainly worthy of recognition. We did make the post today, so if you want to read some of those things clearly, because we always ask some particular questions, some unique questions about, some of their interests and things like that. But we certainly happy to have Alexis with us, Corporal Nelson with us, and she's doing awesome.
I would like to add this too. She's one that, often we have other agencies steal our employees. They acquire them after they've been trained up. She started her career as a communications officer for another agency, and we were fortunate to be able to get her as an actual officer, and she's been doing a phenomenal job. So.
Well, look, again, great choice, and again, we appreciate our service to our residents here. All right, good job, Alexis. Okay, we've got something that was introduced at our last meeting, and it's up for final now. And Councilman PT.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 025 of 2025, and ordinance amending ordinance number 064 of 2001 by changing zoning classification of property described as follows. This particular lot is located on Highway 1 bypass, 2.91 acre tract of land located in section 70, 71, and 72, Township 9 North Range, 7 West, as shown on a survey by Robert Lynn Davis, dated March 24th, 2025, being bordered on the west by South Drive, on the north by Natchitoches Times, and on the east by Thomas, and on the south by Fidelic. Whereas the Planning Commission of the City of Natchitoches, State of Louisiana, has recommended at their meeting on June 3rd of 2025 that the application of John Bernard to rezone the property described above from I-1 to R2 to sell the property be approved. I also move to adopt ordinance number 025.
I second.
And may I say, you said 2, but it's R3.
Oh, correction,
Correction to
R3.
that, yeah. Second.
All righty. Yeah, we discussed this the other day when we were last here. It's right by, I think it's a lot right next to Natchitoches Times.
That's correct.
Okay, you all may have seen, it's a for sale sign now over there. Anything else to say about it?
No, I think in the introduction, we stated that they were just merely buying this land to do new residential development. They wanted to rezone it R3. Not sure exactly what they're wanting to do yet, but R3 would give them a little bit more flexibility than R1 just for single family. R3 will allow them to do a duplex or a multiplex or something to that nature. They just haven't finalized yet what it is they're wanting to do.
Did you say R3 will not? Or you say will?
Will.
Okay.
So it's not known, but they wanted to go ahead and get this part of it, get it rezoned for what's coming. So no time frame necessarily of when something's going to be built there, but, okay. Because, I mean, housing is one of those things we talk about all the time as being a need in our community, so, yep. Any comments or questions from anybody? Council?
I think it's great.
Okay. All right, seeing none, Mrs. Stacy, roll call vote.
Eli.
Yes.
Nelson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Harrington.
Yes.
PT.
Yes.
All right, that motion carries. All right, next we've got an ordinance for final as well, and it's also read by Councilman PT.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 021 of 2025, an ordinance declaring certain buildings unsafe and recommending that the same be demolished or put into repair to comply with the building code, authorizing notice to be served, fixing hearing date, and appointing curator to represent the absentees. Whereas the Director of Planning and Zoning and the City Building Inspector have filed written reports with the City Council declaring that the buildings listed below are in dangerous and unsanitary condition, which makes them unsafe and endangering the public's welfare, and recommending that the same building be demolished or put into repair to comply with the building code. The first property is located at 801 Dixie Street, owner Randy Turner. Second property is 412 Martin Luther King Drive, owner Louisiana State Board of Elementary and Secondary Education. Whereas further, the following locations were provided an additional 30 days to make improvements to comply with the building code for compliance at the April 28 of 2025 City Council meeting. The 30-day time frame has now expired. Property owner is Cynthia Medario. Property is located at 817 4th Street. The second property owner is Paul Douglas Solomon, and this property is located at 852 2nd Street. Mayor, I so move to adopt ordinance number 021.
I second.
Motion made and seconded. Chantrell, we'll kind of give the floor to you for a little bit. I know you said this, it's been a little bit over a month ago, right? So just any additional comments about, mainly has there been any progress on any of these properties that we have on the agenda?
As far as permits are concerned, no, I have not received any permits. I do know the one for 4th Street, 817 4th Street. She's been working on the property itself, the land itself. However, there hasn't been any movement as far as the house for getting a permit to restore the roof. 852 2nd Street, I know that the owner is working to do some developments, but again, I don't have any permits. So without permits, my process still moves forward until a permit is submitted. Same thing for a Dixie store. The Dixie store, 801 Dixie Street, their store burned over a year or so ago. They pulled a permit to board up the store, but that's as far as it's gotten. They never actually cleaned out the inside of the store. So we need to move forward with condemnation on that. And you already know with MLK, what we're dealing with that building. I guess it'll be up to the city council what we decide to do with that building.
Yep. And I think you did provide the city council the letter a month
did.
ago from them. Yeah, just kind of full disclosure. I don't know if we need to see any pictures, city council, or?
I don't have any up-to-date pictures. These are still pictures from,
From the last meeting?
correct.
All right. Now, Steve, you want to go ahead and give us 3 minutes? Is there anybody here who would want to say something on any of these properties? Yes, Miss Cindy, right?
Miss
Yeah,
Cindy
Miss
Mandarino.
Cindy. Mandarino? Is that right? Mandarino? All right. Steve is getting us queued up on the 3 minutes, and you can come forward and certainly have your 3 minutes to speak, and if the city council has questions, it won't be counted against your 3 minutes.
Can I ask that the picture of when Mr. Petit was mentioning my address, it wasn't my house that was on the screen?
Yeah, so she just want a picture of our address, the 4th Street address.
Because the house that was on the screen was boarded up, and our house is not boarded up.
Yeah,
817 4th Street.
and it probably didn't correspond because Steve was getting some things
No, I know
uploaded and PT
you were
was-
good.
Right.
Not-
And please, just for the record, state your first and last name, but you can go into your comments.
It's Cynthia Mandarino, 817 4th Street. So I've been here a few times and explained that we have our contractor, we have all the information we need for our permit, we just can't submit it because he is going through a process with his license right now. He has advanced since the last meeting. There are 2 exams that he has to take, and, he's taken the first exam, and he's waiting on the state to be able to schedule the final exam. He didn't have any problem with the first one. He's been doing this for 30 years. His name is Greg Duggins. He specializes in historic buildings and has worked for the Park Service independently for many years. We've done a lot outside. We've been working on it really for close to 2 years. Next month will be 2 years. And we're killing ourselves doing that. It's a lot of work, and we're very excited about the changes, the improvements and cleaning up that we're doing. I just want to be clear that this is our home, that, we're living in a trailer on the property, which is not enjoyable. It was an adventure at first, but we really want to get back into the house. He's ready to start as soon as we can get our permit through, which I understand legally we cannot until he does his next test and gets his number. We've spoken with the licensing board numerous times, and I think they're short-staffed, but they basically say it takes 3 to 4 months, and it's taken longer than that. So this is our home. I married my husband in this home. I had our only child, not literally in the home, but we lived in the home. We've been to every meeting about this, and, I just discovered today that if there is an order for, I keep saying demo, but what's the proper? Condemnation, that might affect our ability to finance, which I never thought was going to be an issue. Because we're going to be taking a new mortgage, but it'll be a renovation loan because there's so much damage. We're not talking about $10,000, we're talking about over $100,000. So they might not allow us to do that. We don't have enough in reserve from selling the other house. I don't know if people remember the other things. It's clear in my head, but we sold the house in New Orleans, which was putting a tremendous strain on us. At any rate, we are not people that don't care about this home. Some people might just walk away, but that's never what we wanted to do. And I don't know what else. I don't know if you have to vote for condemnation. The house is very well set back. I don't see it as a danger to the neighborhood. It's not ideal. My husband goes in there every day and showers.
Right. Look, and just counsel, if you got any comments or questions, certainly you can pose those to Mrs. Mandarino. I will just note that I think on the 28th of April, you all gave an additional 30 days, and obviously we're beyond those 30 days at this time, so just wanted to point that out. I think it was you saw that already. But any comments or questions that you have from Mrs.
So do she
Got a
need,
question? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
I was just asking, Senator, so do she need a general contract for just the roofing that she need to fix?
She
Or
needs a general contractor for all structural work, and
Okay.
that includes.
It requires structural work. We have that in our bids.
Was the
And
roof damaged from a storm, Ms.
a
Mandarino?
massive tree fell, a tree that
A tree fell?
Yeah, it was
That's
bigger
right.
than, you can't put your arms around it.
So it's for condemnation, so it's unlivable right now? It's just y'all living in the trailer because I guess rain and all of that's still coming into the house?
It's coming in
and
the
mold
front of
and
the
all that?
house where most of the damage was. And then it's just, we didn't feel it was suitable for our child to be in there.
And you went through this, I think you said through Katrina, is that what you just, earlier you said?
No.
Through the same thing?
Uh,
Okay.
we were struggling. I lived in New Orleans when Katrina struck, and I had a house. And I met my husband like 3 months after Katrina online, and he lived here. He works at the university. So we had just sold my house. Like, literally, it happened before we closed, but we were under contract. And we had spent that whole summer bringing things back from that property. So there was a lot of work to do because we had all this stuff.
Do we have any documentation from Greg Dugan on the state of Louisiana, the situation he's in?
I don't have anything.
Has he been in?
I checked in with him today, and he texted me the update.
Have you looked at any other contractors that could possibly assist you with what you're going through?
No, that's a
He
big
was
part of what took
recommended
so
to-
long.
Okay.
That whole aspect has been a nightmare, and you don't want me to get into it. It's a lot more than 3 minutes to explain that.
Is this-
I feel for you,
Thank you.
So he passed his first exam? He did pass it?
Yeah,
Because he would
there's
have
two
some kind of-
exams that they have to take, but he has to schedule it, the second one, with the state, and he's waiting on them.
Because is he, I'm presuming he has some kind of proof he passed the first exam, I would imagine.
I
An
mean,
email or something.
I didn't know him personally before. I had met him once, like 15 years ago, but I just don't believe he would
Yeah.
say that. I think he's been very honest about everything, and he's done a couple of things to help us. I've never given him a cent. I mean, he took away the metal from the carport and stuff like that, which...
When he's been here in the meetings, he's been a few
Right,
times.
Okay.
yeah, and he's in another town. I can look and see what it is, if that matters. But I had asked him last week if he thought he'd be able to make it, but he's working in another city.
Do you know when he's scheduled to take the next exam?
The wording of his text, he said he's waiting on the state to be able to schedule it. So he's been very frustrated with the
Because if I
process.
remember, they only do it at certain times a year in certain places. I remember him talking about that before.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know if it's certain times of year. I suspect they, cost-wise, I don't know how many people are getting their contractor license in the state, but he has to schedule it with them. And, I mean, they don't offer it here, so he has to go to another city to take it. So,
So basically, he's not gonna be a Louisiana citizen state license, basically,
what?
if he have to go to another state.
No, no,
Yeah,
not
that's
a
just
city.
to take it.
Another
You still
city.
be Louisiana, but just go
City.
to
Did I
another
say
place
state?
to take it, yeah.
Oh, okay. This is for state licensure. There's only certain cities. I know when I was the state of Louisiana employee, there was, the major cities was where you had to go.
Yeah.
But I lived in New Orleans, so that was.
Councilman
think
PT,
it's the
oh, I'm sorry. Councilman PT, did you have something?
Yeah, Ms. Chantrell, you probably can help me with this one. As far as the time, what's the, most that we can extend her out? Because the 30 days is kind of coming back
That is
quickly.
purely up to you.
Yeah,
It's all
she gonna need
We've
more
been
time,
working with
most
her for
definitely.
we've worked with her for over 3 years.
Okay.
So we didn't gave her
And we've
several
given-
times
We've
after that.
we've had several other contractors to visit the house, but the prices that they've given her for the work that needs to be done was way out of the range that was in their price range to have the work completed.
So we looking at, what if we say maybe 6 months? Because she mentioned that she actually living at the property, so we don't want to put nobody out on the street.
That's purely up
I'd
to
say
you, what
6
you guys
months.
decide. I put everything in order.
So
I've
basically,
given
and
you
stuff, she
what
won't
you
be
need.
put out because, quote me wrong, Ms. Centrell and stuff, it doesn't mean that she is condemned, but she still can live at the structure, correct? Was that something that we need
On the
to?
property?
Well,
On the property?
actually, the way it's set up with her living in the trailer, that's actually against our ordinance. Our ordinance states that the only way you can live in a trailer is if you're in a residential trailer park. The type of trailer that she has is a portable trailer.
Okay.
So, right now, she's contradicting several of our ordinances
Oh, I didn't realize.
because of the living situation.
It's an unusual situation, and it is the type of structure that Dugan that's right down his alley to restore. He's very good at restoration of older homes.
The
A
only
little
thing-
taken back that he's not licensed correctly to do the job, and I hate that he's hung up with the state.
And again, this is just something that changed last year.
No, the only thing that changed was that it stated how much a residential contractor, what a home improvement contractor could do. What the state is trying to do is to make home improvement contractors receive their residential contractors' licenses.
Correct.
They've decreased the amount that a home improvement licensed person could do. They took away them being able to do structural work. Any structural work, they're requiring a residential contractor to be licensed to do. So that's what's changed. Now,
Right.
Mr. Duggan has done a lot of work in the historic district, but most of the work that he has done has not been structural.
It's because we need that's what he personally is doing out of the different items we're doing to the house. And we're trying to improve the house beyond so we're trying to put extra money in and very concerned if this is going to affect our financing for the renovation loan. So,
But you did say you're getting a loan, correct? You are going to be looking at getting a loan.
yeah, but we
to do the-
can't get it yet because it's just, again, one of these situational things where we had like a balloon thing where we had to basically refinance now, like we're literally closing on our regular refinance because we don't have everything we need for the renovation loan, which is, much higher because it's a high-risk loan. They base it on the value that the house should have afterwards. And we're trying to get it up so that it'll help us in our retirement. I turned 59 in like 2 weeks.
You're still a baby.
I'm not a young woman, and,
So basically you're not qualified right now to get the loan? That's what you're saying? You're not qualified right now
no,
to get
it's
it?
like a massive amount of work to,
So basically, that's what I'm asking. They're not able to give you the loan right now because of so much work needs to be done?
no, because there wasn't enough time. We had to do our regular refinance, which would have happened if none of this had happened. It just happened to be, so we had to refinance that way, and, it might be double the interest rate. So it didn't make sense to work on that one when, we'd end up with late entries and stuff. We had to go ahead and do our regular refi.
Because I know
what I'm saying?
we gave you multiple times, to clean up the outside, and then we came back and gave you another 30 days, and then another 30 days, and another 30 days.
Well, we
for-
have done a substantial amount, and the zoning department mentioned that last month, that for the first time, they noticed the difference, that there had been outdoor work. We can't do indoor work yet, except for cleaning up, but
Okay. All the questions y'all got for Mrs. Mandarino?
I'd like to get from the contractor, if he could prove somehow that he has passed that first exam,
okay.
because we always talk about, of course, generally this means having a permit already done, but we talk about showing progress
Right.
of the work being done, and if there's progress, then we allow it to continue. There's some sort of progress and communication, and obviously there's been ample communication, and you've been here every meeting communicating with us, and if we can show progress, and he's been here at every meeting, just other than this one, communicating with us, and if we can show progress that he's passed that first exam, he's moving towards that, I think that would obviously help us in this situation. I mean, I've been by it. You've made progress outside. It's very noticeable. So there's that. There's
And maybe contact with that state office of when the test is available.
So is he able to prove that by the 28th? Or are we able to just say, well, hey, we'll give you to the 28th? Is he able to get with Ms. Centrell on the 28th or tomorrow? Because the next meeting is the 28th. Is he able to provide her with that information on the before the 28th?
Showing that he passed that first exam.
I can text him tonight. I know that currently he's working in another city, so that might affect his ability to
Well, he can-
schedule the test ASAP or whatever.
So
but-
basically, you just said that he hasn't taken the test. That's what I'm
No,
asking.
he hasn't taken the second
He's
test.
passed the first one.
But
First
that's what I'm asking. Can he give her that information
Yeah.
before the 28th, that first test?
Well, I
Can he-
can't answer for him, but I can absolutely text him tonight or.
But you just said that he passed it.
That's
No,
what he told
there
her.
are two
That's what he
tests.
told her.
He's passed the first test. You are not allowed to schedule the second test until you've passed the first test. So.
But he
he's-
passed the first test.
Yes.
So that's what I'm asking. The next meeting is on the 28th. Can he give her that information tomorrow before the 28th? We have, what, 2 weeks?
I don't
Can-
think there'd be, I don't know exactly if he took a screenshot or what, I do things like that when I.
She said she'll
you know.
ask him. Yeah.
But I would think 2 weeks should be long enough that we could get it from the licensing board. I don't know if he'll be able to schedule his final test by then, so.
I'm sure he has some way of email or they could fax it or whatever. I'm sure that's not an issue.
Well, And I guess, Chantrell, so condemn, city council votes to condemn any of these properties, just a general question, I guess. That means people have to vacate those specific properties.
That's correct.
Now, but I guess condemnation doesn't automatically mean it's going to get demolished, automatically. It gives
doesn't
us,
mean it'll be demolished next week. It will be
Right.
demolished eventually.
Eventually.
If they do not move forward with it.
move forward with improving the
With
property.
improving the property, if I don't have a permit. Sometimes it takes us, depending on when we can get contractors to do the work, whenever we have funding. That takes time. That can go anywhere from 30 days to additional 90 days. It just depends on what our office workload is, when we'll have a contractor, and what our funds look like.
Right.
But we will let them know, hey, we've given you this amount of time. You have 30 days to vacate everything out of it. They're still getting more time.
Yeah.
We'll tell them when we're going to start, when they have to have everything vacated from the premises.
So I guess the point is condemnation doesn't mean it's going to get demolished right away.
No, but we do make it, we do have it recorded with the clerk of court's office stating that on this day, the city council voted to have this property condemned, and it is recorded.
And that's
So
what
any,
she was saying, then would,
That's what I'm concerned about.
It
When
would-
they do the appraisal, which they will be inside
once
the
he
house.
passes his exams, he'll be able to move
Get a
forward. She'll be
permit.
able to get the funding for the repairs and moving forward. However, if we condemn it, then she might not be able to get the funding and then wouldn't be able to show she's moving forward. So then it's really moving towards demolition.
She gonna be out of more money too, once it get condemned, because that's gonna open up a whole nother situation too, with the fees and everything. I think it's a situation, we just probably need to try to give her more time.
Well, and I get what the city council, you having a heart, but then you also have ordinances and
That's true.
decisions eventually have to be made. So, I think it's essentially condemned because you're not living there, right? In a
Well,
sense.
We
Not technically, but you're not
we
living
go in
there.
there every day. I mean, it's just, it smells bad. I mean,
So it has
there's mold in the front room, you know.
and as long as it's raining in there and it continues to
Yeah.
rain in there,
It's
the
getting
mold is gonna
worse.
continue to spread. So that's gonna be additional fees right there just to do the mold remediation.
Yep, it's
We feel
financially
for you.
devastating, but we figured out a way to do it, we thought.
And you shouldn't go in there either with the
No.
mold. You can get sick.
Yeah, well, it's just in the front, and we do things in the back, so.
We understand what you're
Right.
going through, but like the mayor said, you know, we do have ordinances on the books that we do have to follow and go by, but I don't know if they want to give you additional time. I would concur with Councilman Harrington that you please get with the contractor ASAP to make sure he has taken that exam, passed it, and try to see what he can do to schedule another one as soon as possible. Because, I mean, we've been giving you time and time and more time and more time, and
I
it's not
appreciate
fair
that.
to other people who are, you know, on the list also.
I appreciate that. I just want to reiterate that we've been working, other than a few months last winter when we just were exhausted and didn't really know what was going to happen next. We've been working, 6 days a week I work out there. And so that's something we have control over.
Right.
And we have no control over the state of Louisiana. I mean, I know Greg wants to do this work. He's been very kind. So I don't see any problem getting what you're
And I
asking for.
appreciate you. You do come to all of these meetings. And I think y'all have asked y'all questions and made your comments to Mrs. Mandarino. And
I have a question with Sean Trail real quick.
about this particular one?
Yeah. And I'm looking at our ordinances. I don't remember where it would be covered in our ordinances. Do you know off the top of your head about condemnations?
Yeah, it should be chapter either 8 or 16. Hold on.
Here we go.
Section 8 of,
Section 8.
chapter 18,
Okay.
like I said.
Okay.
And I do want to ask this one, just not necessarily to this particular property. Is there anybody else here to say something about speak on the behalf of another property? Okay, all right. Well, how about, you want to come forward? Was there anything else from Mrs. Mandarino? Okay, thank you, Mrs. Mandarino, for being
Thank
here.
you.
Mr. Briggs? Just as you get before the microphone, just state your first and last name and whichever property you're speaking on behalf of. Steve, you give us 3 minutes on this one, too.
Good evening. My name's Brian Briggs. I'm directly and indirectly connected to two of the properties that you mentioned. The one on MLK and the one on 2nd Street. So I'll start with the one on MLK. So I've been given authority by the Bessie Board to help with the cleanup of the property, removing all of the debris and the trash that surrounds the property, and also securing the property as well after all of the trash and debris has been removed from the property. And securing the property, I mean boarding up all the windows and securing the doors and stuff. Because right now there's a lot of, I would say a lot, there's probably about 6 to 8 homeless people that are staying in that property. And there's a problem. So my responsibility is to make sure we get that building cleaned up and get those individuals out of that property because it's a liability. And once we get everything and everyone out of there, we're going to secure the building and try to clean it up as much as possible around the outside. My timeline to get that done, I have a phone Zoom call on tomorrow with the representative for the Bessie Board at 11 o'clock a.m. At that time, I will, because I've already presented contractors' estimates to do the work. So at that time, she will go over those estimates and everything and decide which one she wants to go with. And also provide a timeline on completion, on starting completion. So once I get that information, I will follow up with the individuals that information is privy to. Second property on 2nd Street. Well, first, are there any questions in regards to MLK?
Yeah,
Thank you.
so the estimate, is that to board the property up or?
To secure.
what
No,
is
the
that?
estimate is to clean out the property and board it up.
Okay.
Are
Wait,
you
that's the
licensed
estimate you're
con-
giving them? No,
Yes,
we
but
have an
they
estimate
already,
already?
the Bessie Board already has the estimate.
Oh, okay,
The lady who's responsible for making that decision just got back off of vacation.
okay.
So she's been dealing with a lot of, paperwork and stuff like that, trying to meet their fiscal year responsibilities and stuff. So and that's why we're meeting up tomorrow to get that issue resolved.
So you're a contractor, you have a contractor license?
No, I'm
They
just doing this out of the kindness of my heart.
Okay.
I greatly appreciate
But
that.
I have about 18 years of residential and construction and commercial contracting experience in the city of Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Okay. So the people that are living in there now, are you communicating with these people?
Every
If
time I
something
go in
happened
there,
to
every time I
them?
go in there, I communicate with them. I've
So,
let them know for about the past 2 weeks of what's about to take place.
okay.
To find them a place to relocate to. If they have any personal items in there, they need to start moving it out and taking it to that place. Some of these people have mental conditions.
They do,
mental
yes.
illness. So I try to approach it with a great humility on understanding what condition they're in and where they stand at this point in time. But I also understand the importance of making sure that building is secure and cleaned out.
So Bessie reached out to you, or you reached out to Bessie for
Both.
both?
Okay.
Any idea what step 3 would be?
We haven't come up with step 3 yet.
Okay.
So the first 2 steps is to make sure everything is
Secure.
secure
Okay.
and safe.
Step 1 looks good. I didn't know who cleaned it up, but I actually really rolled past there to see. It looks real good. I greatly appreciate your effort in
Yeah,
reaching out to
that was me.
Betsy.
Like I said, all of my construction experience comes from Atlanta, Georgia, and it's all about, I can hear a lot of people talking about wanting to
Right.
do stuff.
Right.
I'm not a talker, I'm a doer, so I'm gonna step out and do it myself. If nobody else wants to join in, it's all good.
Right. I greatly appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And anything that we can actually really do more is when it's time for you to vacate some of the ones and stuff. I know Chief and the mayor and I, will try to come in and, assist you on that.
Yeah, definitely, when that time comes, I will definitely want to have assistance from the chief as far as making sure whatever contractor, there's no
Yes, because we don't want
conflicts
to,
with.
we don't want to
Yeah,
board
and
nobody up in
there's
there.
a young lady that's there, has 2 dogs there.
Oh, yeah, I know
So-
who that is.
Dogs.
Yeah.
I've had lengthy conversation with her, so.
Yeah. She has a pool in the front now.
Yeah, I saw that. I guess she probably thank me for cleaning it up so she can put her pool there, so.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I mean, it's been a blight on the community for some time. It's not really the folks living in there. It's not like we want to say, hey, we don't necessarily want you living there, but it's just all the things that can happen. We think there have been some shots fired around that area. You got neighbors, people who live around it. Yeah, there have been 3 or 4 fires in there, so it's really, it's a hazard. It could be bad for us here, and we know about it now. So that's kind of what we're dealing with, because I know they sent a letter saying they don't think a municipality can condemn a building owned by the state, basically. And I don't know, Alex, if you had a chance to really look at that and give an opinion on that, but it just left us with nobody's doing anything, and it's not owned by the city.
let me speak on
And
that.
It's not secure, so.
So, just in my conversations with them in reference to the building and who governs the building and who has responsibility for the building, things of that nature. My understanding, the school board, they donated it to the school board gave it back to them. And you're correct, when it comes to who can do what to the building, because it's owned by the state, it has to go through legislation before anybody can do anything. Before they can sell it, before they can condemn it, before anything can happen, it has to go through legislation. Bessie Board has the last say in for us if it goes through legislation, because in order for it to be sold, or it's 2 things that can happen. Legislation has to rule on it, then it has to go through public auction. They have to get an appraisal done on it, and then and it has to be listed, for public auction, things of that nature. So those are the processes from which I've been explained to how the whole thing has to take part. I'm just doing my part.
Well, no, look, and I appreciate the part you're doing. You and I have many conversations about this particular property. So, any other comments about Because he's representing two, or speaking on two, I should say.
So you said you had something?
Yeah. So the second one is Second Street.
Give him 3 minutes on this one, Steve, because it's a separate, the same person, but another property he's talking about on Second Street. And you can go ahead and start.
Okay,
Steve,
so-
he'll get you 3 minutes on the clock.
So on Second Street, me and the owner, current owner, is in negotiations with me purchasing the property. I had some conversations with Chantrell in regards to what needs to be done to stop the condemnation of the property and things of that nature. Right when we got to the negotiation table, his brother died in Colorado, so he had to leave and go to Colorado. So he was dealing with that. I think they had the burial and stuff maybe about 3 weeks, a month ago. So he left there and went back to California, where he primarily resides at. So we'll be going back to the negotiation table in that aspect of me purchasing the property and bringing it to a state of where it needs to be. I don't necessarily believe in tearing things down. Like I said, my background is residential construction and commercial construction. I think everything can be repurposed in the right way. And that's where I come in with the property. He necessarily doesn't know how to, or which direction, or path to take to get it to that point, but I do. So I'm working on that, and I'll get that resolved, and in a timely manner, so I can get permits pulled and everything, so we can get it.
So, Ms. Central, basically, we haven't gave 842 Second Street, anytime as we did 4th. Is it any way that we can give them extended time for that, or what do you think?
That's up to you guys. I've gone through my steps and my processes where I've noticed, sent notice, advised them of what needs to happen. I mean, there's lead work that's done before it's brought to city council.
Okay,
I bring it to city council after I've exhausted all of my means.
okay.
So now it's in your lap what you decide you want to provide.
Well, both 817 and 852 was under the same code for condemnation tonight. So my understanding would be if we give him one additional time, we give them both additional time. That's not an argument
Yeah.
And all
statement there.
four have
So,
been given additional
that's
time.
where,
Similar situation.
similar situation, so.
I mean, all four on this one have been given additional
Right.
time, but
Well,
again,
we talked about it earlier.
Right.
Councilman PT did, so.
but all four have been given exhaustive measures.
Of course
to do
they
what needs to
have.
happen.
But
So
we're
again,
looking at giving them
Yeah,
additional
so
time.
it leaves us, Ms. Betty, the ordinances are pretty open with just what the council wants to do. I mean, you can, per the ordinances, you can give an indefinite time if you really wanted to. It doesn't give any time limits of any kind. And the city may, that's the important word, is may. Alex knows what I'm talking about. I remember in law school, there's always, it says may, not shall. It may condemn and cause to be demolished or moved if it endangers the public welfare, if the property does. And then, of course, it says a little bit further in section 872, if repairs will correct the dilapidated condition, then the city may grant the owner of option of making such repairs.
Correct.
But it doesn't give any, you give them 30 days, give them 60 days, you only give them
It's
so
up to
much.
us.
There's no limit to that. It's just up to the councils. I mean, there's limits of once they get a permit, then they have so many days once they get to that point. That's what it looks like. It's been a while since I've looked at this, yeah.
Well, I guess the only reason, if we go with what was stated earlier, if you vote to condemn, which it's not unprecedented that, there have been buildings that have been condemned and those condemnations have been reversed, and then, and I guess the only thing would be with the 4th Street property, if she's saying that a condemnation messes up something. But I guess what I'm saying is, there's no rush to demolish once it's condemned.
Correct.
really, I guess what I'm saying. So just because it's condemned doesn't mean it's going to be demolished, is the point.
But there
I
might
guess.
not be a rush to condemn right now either, because to condemn is if it's endangering to the public welfare. Like the property on Martin Luther King, we can say does. I don't see how these two properties do at this moment.
Because you're saying they're private.
Private.
Yeah, well, one of them, someone's actually on property. It's not abandoned.
But not in the property, though.
Yeah, but someone's on property is what I mean. So it's just the property secured. The second street's not, but as you say, you're moving forward with it now. And
Different.
it's the first we've heard of that, so I'm good giving more time. That's me. That's just me.
I don't know what your conversation is.
I don't know.
With what now?
I said, I'm good with giving more time on both those properties, but that's,
3 and 4, just,
Yeah.
right. Uh-huh.
Well, we've already got a motion to, I think we got a motion, right, Ms. Stacy, to adopt this as it is, so
Yeah, we have a first and a second.
first and a second, so some kind of way, how you gonna handle that?
Well, they'll have to go to a vote first.
Who's going to put it to a vote?
Because it was seconded,
Chris?
so they'll have to, whoever made the second, let's say withdraw their second, they'll have to go to a vote.
I withdraw my motion.
Oh, for that.
Second, withdraw the second, and we're going to make a new motion to extend it to, you going to make the motion, Chris?
yeah.
Do we need to ask
Trying to wonder
Alex?
what kind of
Alex,
time
what should we do?
frame we're
10
looking at.
months?
Y'all do a substitute motion on that?
Well, she withdrew her motion.
I think he made the motion, she
I
seconded.
seconded,
Yeah,
She
put
would,
So she withdrawing the second?
yeah.
Okay, we make another motion.
Yeah, at this time, I ask for additional 10 months,
That was a long time.
6 months?
6 months.
6 months.
Oh,
For the two properties.
For the two properties, property 3 and 4.
I second.
And that means you're moving to condemn the other
2 and 1.
two.
And
It's
1.
4 properties,
Just
right?
one.
1 and 2.
Can't do anything with 2.
So what,
Yeah, so it'll be 3 and
Alex.
4,
but we're back
if
to.
that's possible.
It sounds like a motion to give 4th Street and 2nd Street additional 6 months, but condemn what's on Dixie Street and Martin Luther King. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, and for the record, let's go ahead and put the address that
Okay.
y'all saying y'all want to condemn, so the record is clear.
It's not on the agenda, so when you say
oh, I see.
I got you.
So give the address is what you're talking about.
Okay, so we asked for additional 6 months for the property at 817 4th Street and 852 2nd Street, and to move forward with the condemnation on the property at 801 Dixie Street and 412 MLK.
Second.
All right? It's been a lot of comments, so
With,
I think we're
with the
good.
thought that on the condemnation, that's what the mayor expressed, that on 412 Martin Luther King, that we give a chance to board up, make some progress.
right,
Right.
Yeah, and that's what Mr. Briggs is doing.
yeah.
It goes back to the point, like Chantrell said, it's contingent on budget. We didn't budget the funds to do any demolition to the, just full disclosure to MLK. All right? All right, I think we had a lot of comment. Thank you, Mr. Briggs. All right, we got the motion? We got the second? All right. Mr. Stacy, roll call vote?
Eli,
Yes.
Nelson,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Harrington,
Yes.
PT.
Yes.
All right, that motion carries to condemn to and extend to for 6 months. All right, let's see when we get to 6 months. All right, Councilman PT.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 023 of 2025, an ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Natchitoches to award the bid for the 2025 street rehabilitation program. Whereas this bid was advertised in Natchitoches Times on May 15th, May 22, and May 29th of 2025 in accordance with the law. Whereas 2 bid proposals were received and opened on June 17th of 2025. The first proposal was from APEC Construction LLC out of Anacoco, Louisiana. Price is $570,263.10. And the second bid was Regional Construction LLC from Natchitoches, Louisiana. at $632,091.50. Whereas the appointed committee members recommend the city award the bid to the lowest bidder, which is APEC Construction LLC, in the amount of $570,263.10, including the base bid. I so move to adopt ordinance number 023.
Second.
Okay, motion made and seconded. I think we do have some pictures. Did you get those to information? And y'all, these are just, these are 3 streets here that engineer looked at. Y'all know he created a master plan a few years ago. But this is simple, low bid. I know 2, APEC came out of Anacoco, 60,000 less than the next bid that we got, so. But yeah, wait, that's not it. That's not it. It should be something sent to information from me. Oh, there you go, there you go.
They're all mixed
I think
together.
they've.
Oh, they're all mixed together, okay. That's Highland Park right there. All right.
They've started already, haven't they?
Yeah, if you go back, no, they started on the one that we got a grant for, LCDBG. They started on that one in JCW, which is off of Welch. This is Woodyard, right off of South Drive. You know, that's Woodyard. And then I think there's one more in there, Steve, somewhere. Yeah, this is the East Fifth, right near the hospital. And we actually got a complaint about that one right before. And I was like, I called Nick. He said, yeah, that's already on that's in line. The one right there on East Fifth, the question was asked, when are we going to do that one? I think Nick said this, if everything goes well, and y'all pray that the city council approves this one. If everything goes well, I think he said around August we should be able to start this.
That's good.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's
Okay,
great.
and I'm giving myself a little room. He may have said, yeah, I think he said August. I think he said August. Everything goes well, they can mobilize. All righty, those are those 3 streets. And we did get 100,000 because we wanted to do St. Maurice too, but it really wouldn't fit in the budget. But we found out later we got some money from the state to do 100,000, so that may be something that comes back before city council. All right, any comment about this one? All right, seeing none, Mrs. Stacy, roll call vote.
Eli,
Yes.
Nelson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Harrington.
Yes.
PT.
Yes.
All right, that motion carries, and we'll keep everybody updated, but we do have a street project going on now, as well as a water line and water treatment, clear well also. So we'll keep you updated on our Facebook, especially about those projects. Councilman Nielsen, you've got the next one.
Thank you, Mayor. Ordinance number 24 of 2025, an ordinance authorizing the mayor of the City of Natchitoches, Louisiana, to enter into a cooperative endeavor agreement with the Historic District Business Association Incorporated, whereby the City of Natchitoches will provide employees to the Historic District Business Association Incorporated in exchange for the services and benefits that the city receives from the operations of the Historic District Business Association Incorporated. And I move that we adopt ordinance number 24 of 2025.
I second.
All right, motion made and seconded. That agreement that we have with Cane River National Heritage Area, Rebecca's here. We've got it also with Ben Johnson, and this will be a third. It just makes sense with each of the 3. Makes sense with this one. There's one employee. We mentioned that, used to be a city employee. Now she'll be under HDBA, but we continue to process the payroll for them. So HDBA is a really good partnership, helping especially with our Main Street certification, some key things that we put on each year. I mean, Christmas Fest is the big one, but there are others like the car show that's really getting really big too, and things of that nature. So it's a great partnership. I think it makes sense. Tourism is in the bloodstream of Natchitoches. So we do have represented here today Mr. Mike Stewart, Mrs. Stewart, and then Mrs. Sandra Dickens as well. And again, good to see you as well, Rebecca, today. Any comment about this? Again, I think it makes sense. We're working out of the same office. We have 3 people there now. two who are on the city side, one with HDBA, but again, it's a partnership. So I know, Ms. Shauna, I know you're talking to Miss Sandra Dickens all the time. I know Clarissa's talking to her too, so, about improvements, things that we could do to improve, the area, so make it work, make sense? All right, no comment about this? All right, Mr. Stacy, roll call vote.
Eli.
Yes.
Nelson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Harrington.
Yes.
Pettit.
Yes.
That motion carries. We have three more things, but before we go, I did see Corporal Nelson walk in, and just stand up for us, Corporal. Chief has already said some great things about you. We appreciate your service. She's passionate about her job. She does a dynamic, she does a great job. So, we're happy to have her, lucky to have her here with us to a point what Chief said. So we're happy you're with the city, all right? So we wanted to recognize you, just wanted to, saw you walk in. All right, we have an ordinance that's for introduction, and it's read by Councilwoman Eloy Smith.
Thank you, Mayor. This is ordinance number 026 of 2025, an ordinance authorizing the mayor of the city of Natchitoches to award the bid for one 2,500 kVA three-phase mount transformer, which is bid number 0677. This resolution number 039 of 2025 was passed by the Natchitoches City Council on May 12, 2025, authorizing the mayor to advertise for one 2,500 kVA Phase 3 mount transformer. Whereas this bid was advertised in the Natchitoches Times on May 15th, May 22nd, and May 29th in accordance with law. Whereas 8 bid proposals were received and open as follows. Arkansas Electric Cooperative of Little Rock, Arkansas, bid amount $77,670. Gresco Utility Supplies out of Port Allen, Louisiana, $81,655. ULS Corporate, Katy, Texas, $84,340.44. West Coast Distribution, Lafayette, Louisiana, $85,724. MSTN Transformers, Greenwood, Mississippi, $89,800. Techline, Inc., Alexandria, Louisiana, $91,012.35. ECB Solutions, LLC, Oxford, Mississippi, $102,000. Stuart C. Irby, Shreveport, Louisiana, $210,884. Whereas on July 8th, the appointed committee of Clarissa Smith, Finance Director, Ed Lee, Director of Purchasing, Tim Tusek, Utility Director, and Christopher P.T. Councilman received the bid proposals for the 2,500 kVA phase mount transformer bid 0677. And this, the committee members unanimously recommended that the city award the bid to the lowest bidder, which was Arkansas Electric Cooperative, in the amount of $77,670. That's for introduction.
All right, so we got a lot of bids on this one. So were there some images, Steve, of this one? Tim? Y'all got some pictures? Okay. Yeah, I know he was going through a few of them up there. And I guess to show us what it looks like now. Well, that's the airport, right? Okay. This is what it is? Okay, you can stop right there. Tim, you want to tell us, this is what we're looking at? Tell us what we're looking at.
So what you're looking at there is the old trans closer that came from behind the Louisiana school. That's what used to power the Louisiana school. It's really, really old time technology. There's another picture of the inside of it. Trans closers had 3 big pole mount transformers sitting on the ground. You had 7,620 volts here, 480 volts here within a couple of feet of each other. Then you had to squeeze yourself into the same mix. Very dangerous, very old. So that's getting changed out, and the 2,500 kVA transformer that we have on the yard at purchasing is taking its place. There's a picture of it. There's a picture of the slab that Sunstream is doing at the Louisiana school right now.
I see some pictures, Steve.
So the one that's up
Let's
for
see.
bid now.
Is that the inside one you were talking about?
Yes, that's the inside.
Okay. He said he has another picture of the slab too. Okay, that's more of the inside, I guess.
That's the 2,500 kVA transformer that's on the yard that's going to go to the Louisiana school now.
It's going, that
Go again.
transformer is going to the Louisiana school, you said?
Yes, ma'am. Next picture, Steve. No, no. Yeah, there's a slab and there's a boring rig.
Yeah, I think keep on going the way you're going, Steve. I think it's on there somewhere.
All right, so there's the boring rig that's coming across University Parkway. They just set the pole today. They're kind of slowing down because they're having to cross a 6-inch, 12-inch, and a 16-inch water line right where they're at. So we're having to locate those lines before they can dig it. Next picture, Steve. So that's the slab where the transcloser used to be, so they just poured a new slab. Sunstream's pulling in all new wire and everything, putting the 2,500 kVA transformer right there. And that's another picture of the boring rig. So the 2,500 kVA that went out for bid is just a replacement to keep in stock, and it's for our bigger customers in Natchitoches, Walmart, Alliance, Pilgrims, sewer plant, water plant.
I got a quick question. How often, just say where you have a situation where one of those go down, like far as the big size transformer like that? It can
How
happen
often?
at any like random?
It could happen at any time. Lightning gets, I know we replaced one in Pilgrims just a couple of years ago. It burned up from lightning.
So you need to replace that one. You had one already
That's it.
to replace it,
Yes,
but what's on the agenda is to replace,
that one,
to be a backup,
to have one in stock.
right? Okay.
Oh, back up. Okay.
You already got it in stock, you ain't even gotta go. Okay. All right, no, I love the pictures. Appreciate it. Any comment or question about this? It's introduction. So if you don't have anything, and again, the low bid, yeah, got the low bid, so. But please send a question, but I think that was pretty much descriptive of everything we need to know. All right? 2 more resolutions, and this one, Councilman Harrington.
Resolution 60 of 2025, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute change order number 1 to the contract between the City of Natchitoches and CDE Construction for water distribution system improvements. This is Breeda Town Phase 2. And whereas the City of Natchitoches awarded the bid to CDE Construction on March 24th, 2025, in the amount of $601,554.20. And whereas, and this is important, everyone listen to this, because you're not going to see that much. Whereas the contract sum will be decreased by change order number 1 in the amount of $13,453.50, and the revised contract total will be $588,100.70. I move to adopt Resolution 60 of 2025.
I second.
All right, we have people rushing to second that one.
Decrease.
All right, so it's a decrease. You saw the amount, 13,000, so that's good. Did you want to comment, Tim, as to why the decrease happened? We're happy that it happened, but did you want to comment on it?
Well, it happened in the pre-con meeting. The contractor had spec'd DR7 HDP pipe, which is a really high pressure. It's good for about 335 PSI. Not practical for municipal purposes. He asked if we wanted to go, and it's not readily available either. They would have had to have gone out and ordered the DR7, and who knows when it would have come in. So he asked whether or not we wanted to do a DR9 or a DR11. We have DR11 a lot in our system. DR11 is good for 200 PSI, really good municipal pipe. So I asked for the DR11, since we already have the parts in stock. We don't have to order anything. We've already got everything to work on it if we had to. That was a cost reduction. So that's 1,400 linear feet of 10-inch and 4-inch that's getting changed to DR11. It's also, the engineer mistakenly spec'd a inline back check valve into each service line, which is not needed. Our code does not call for that. It's nothing but trouble. So he took those out, and that's another cost reduction there for 83 water services.
How's that project going? It's ongoing, right? It's going on right now?
Doing really good. I sent a lot of pictures so you can see it.
Oh, you got pictures up here? To Steve?
I sent a lot of pictures. You didn't get them?
Steve, where the pictures?
Oh, come on, man.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll do for a Facebook post on it. We'll get those pictures in the Facebook post. Yep. So this project started like, what, 2 or 3 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago? Last week?
Yes, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, okay.
Yeah.
So it's the Breeder Town, one is going on, and then we'll move to South Williams.
Yes. Well, South Williams ought to come up very soon.
Okay. Yeah, that's all, the Lawler guys got that one.
Yes.
Okay, any comment or question about that? It's good change order. Right?
Like those.
Yeah, we love them. All right, Mrs. Stacy, saying nothing, roll call vote.
Eli.
Yes.
Nelson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Harrington.
Yes.
Petite.
Yes.
All right, that motion carries. Last item on the agenda is read by Councilwoman Washington Eli.
Thank you, Mayor. Resolution number 061 of 2025, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a certification of substantial completion to the contract between the City of Natchitoches and Gene Construction LLC for the fuel faculty improvement at the Natchitoches Regional Airport. And whereas the substantial of the completion is expected and has been performed by the engineer and the representations of the City of Natchitoches, and they have found the project to be complete. And I move to adopt resolution number 061 of 2025.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Can you make it any bigger, Steve? If we expand that? Ed, you want to go ahead and try to tell us what happened here? Did you send one image or two?
I sent one.
Okay, this is the one,
Yeah,
okay.
that's the right one. Okay, in the front, you see the new dispensers, and in the, between the dispensers, you'll see a card reader. All that is new. It replaced items that were there 20-plus years. And then as far as the fuel tanks go, the one on the far left, kind of in the background, that's the new tank. The one you see close, there's also another one behind it. The one up close hides the one that's behind it. But the one on the far left is a new 12,000-gallon Jet A fuel tank, so that gives us two 12,000-gallon Jet A fuel tanks. And this was a project funded by the FAA in the state of Louisiana, 100% paid for by them. But it was a much-needed project because our problem was, you know, a 12,000-gallon Jet A fuel tank sounds like it's a lot. The problem is you can't get another full load of fuel until you almost empty the existing tank. So we were, every time that tank got low, you're risking running out of fuel. So when you have two tanks, you don't have to risk running out of fuel. And you know, you never know when the crop dusters are going to get really active, and or you have more of the corporate type aircraft come through, and they can take a lot of fuel pretty fast. So this was a big plus for the city, and reliability and dependability was getting that extra tank.
This is one of those, our engineering firm, KSA, did they help us to secure funding for it? Or?
Well, they helped us, but it's our entitlement money from the FAA, our FAA and the LADOTD.
And
So
it's,
yes, KSA played a big role in it.
big role in it, but it's fully funded?
Yes.
It's a fully funded project?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, sometimes y'all approve the CIP list from time to time, the
Yeah.
capital improvement plan list. And that's an item that has been on that list for quite some time, and it finally worked its way to where it's made it to the top of the list, and that's how we got funded.
It's really nice.
All right, well, again, we just want to make sure we show you, you read it, but then to see it too. Any comment about this, anybody? All righty. Seeing none, Mr. Stacy, roll call vote.
Eli.
Yes.
Nelson.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Harrington.
Yes.
PT.
Yes.
All right, that motion carries. Our next meeting is on the 28th of this month. Again, regroup, go Natchitoches app. We always ask you to download those. Got some other announcements? Okay, farmers market. We're getting to the end of this particular season with the one coming up Saturday. How many? We got just 2 more, including this one? 26 is our last one. So come out to the farmers market. I mean, vegetables, soap, salsa, meat pies, I mean, all kind of things. The pecan guy.
Nice items.
So many
really.
folks that you can come and, patronize. So 2 more to do with that. How sweet it is to learn with NPSB Back to School Expo. This is going to be next Monday, 4:30 to 6:30. This is a big deal. And it's where we kind of try to push all of our youth and parents. So we're going to be pushing this on social media. They get to Prather Coliseum, and it's just a big deal. I mean, they have games and free. They've given out free backpacks before. I'm trying to kind of read this a little bit, but free backpacks are there, filled with school supplies, and that's kind of a while supplies last. So they don't have enough for every child. So you want to get there early on that. Sweet treats, haircut vouchers. I don't know if that's new, but that's cool. Door prizes, registration assistance, so, and then a supply list. So this is, over the years, they've done it more, it's more of a recent deal. Because the city, we've tried to put one on. I know others put one on. That's good too. But, school board, they're coming with it and have a lot. And so certainly want to get there and be a part of that. Right? All right, we know we got this. This is our last farmers market here. Okay, so registration now open for the school year. Of course, they're dedicated. I think a lot of us saw the results of the test recently. So we're one of the top 10 or 12 parishes that saw growth.
Yes.
And so again, that's very commendable from the top all the way to the bottom. Everybody plays a part in that. And so just want to continue this growth going on, and we want to make sure our children are putting a value on education. So we appreciate all the work that people do who work in our school system. So that used to be one of the things that people say, oh, we got to improve the school system. And they've been showing tremendous growth. So that's one of the things that we could say as we try to market ourselves to companies or whatever the case may be, small businesses, all right? That's good. This last one? That's it. Oh, that's it, okay. All right. Okay, so, we went through our little things of events that we've had. So we're going to get back, and we'll start to see things like the Meat Pie Festival, the Zydeco Festival, the car show. We'll start to see some of those in, August, September. So July kind of a month that, take off, but then you'll start to see some more events as we head to Christmas. Chief Wynn?
Hey, we got the POPs in public safety. It's going to be, I forgot my glasses, so I can't see real well. July 16th at Natchitoches Thomas from 2 to 3. July 18th, 2 to 3 at the City Park. July 24th, 2 to 3 at Lakeview. July 28th, 3 to 4 at the East 5th Park. And July 30th from 3 to 4 at the John Below Park. That's what, beat the heat, come get a treat. It's popsicles, and we'll have police and fire there together. Come out and
No, look, I think that's fantastic. We
Send us
did
those
share that on
dates.
our Facebook page.
Send us those
the other
dates,
day.
Mr. John.
Yeah, I wish we had it here,
Yeah,
but we shared it on
put
our
on
Facebook
board.
page the other day,
Okay.
so, and we'll continue. So
Okay.
several days going on.
awesome.
What do you call it? Pops with who?
POPs in public safety.
Pops and public safety. Okay, good.
Okay.
And that's that avenue. Try to community policing in the way of trying to, trying to do that. So again, I appreciate the effort there. All right. We're clear, council? All right, good. At this time, we'll hear a motion to adjourn.
So moved, we adjourn.
Got a second?
Can we get a second to adjourn?
Second.
No, they want to
They want to
stay.
stay. Motion made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting is adjourned. Have a great night.